There, beautiful bottle. Thank you. Okay.
Hello everybody, welcome to Bear Reviews again, still at Jenny's house. She's made some wonderful cuisine for us. She's very inventive, and we've had some miso soup with beetroot and stuff, and I've been in love with all the cooking. And she's going to do a little talk to you about the Prairie beers now, because she has the most wonderful collection of Prairie beers. You can see them all. We've got Prairie Bomb, we've got... Oh, do you want to go through them? I'll let you go through them.
So, well, Prairie Artisan Ales, as maybe you know, is based in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is where I'm from. So I've got all kinds of Prairie swag here. I have Prairie coasters, I have Prairie beers, and it's one of the most interesting breweries as far as I'm concerned in America right now. But what they're really known for, what they're really famous for, is their coffee stout Bomb. And Bomb is great, but they've also made a lot of other stuff. And so what we're going to be drinking tonight is their collaboration with Evil Twins, Jeppe Jarnik Bjergso, called Bible Belt, which is literally, the way, as I understand it, literally just Bomb mixed with Evil Twins, Even More Jesus.
Okay.
They just...
Yeah, 50-50.
Yeah, and the labels on these are awesome. So the brewer at Prairie, his name is Chase Healy. He's right here, right next to Jeppe, right in the middle. And his brother, Colin, is the one who draws all the labels.
Okay, the artist, yeah.
So you have stuff like this Punchin', which is a wacky barrel filled with people partying. And Punchin' is a funky farmhouse ale that I love.
Thank you. I'm zoomed in.
Versus the newer Wine Barrel Noir, which is a little bit more decorative, but still super awesome. So besides Bomb, they make they make a stout that's called Prairie Noir, and they use it as a base for different flavorings. So they have Vanilla Noir, and they have, this is just Prairie Noir, which is aged in whiskey barrels. And then they have, and then they have Pirate Noir, this is Pirate Bomb, but they have Pirate Noir, which is aged in rum barrels. And this is their most recent version of the Noir, and it's Wine Barrel Noir. And it's tart, it's funky, it smells like chocolate-covered cherries.
Oh, really?
It's so weird. Unfortunately, I don't have a bottle of that in the fridge right now.
It's fine.
But,
that's a selection. So she's very, very graciously allowed us to open up this bottle, which is the Evil Twin collab we were talking about. The reason being, because we're in New York, and because Jane's from Tulsa, Oklahoma, so Evil Twin is sort of a New York thing, I'm from Europe. We thought it'd be a good connection, and for the fact that we went out for a meal last night at Luxus / Toast, which is the Evil Twin bar and restaurant. So this is the one we're going to go for. Did you say this was Even More Jesus and Prairie Bomb mixed half pretty much?
that's
cool.
what I understand.
Right,
Yes.
and a bit of background, it's an imperial stout aged on coffee, vanilla, chilies and cacao nibs. So, should we pour it out and give it a try? Cool.
Of course.
Wow, look at the colour on that. Brilliant. So, first things first, it is completely pitch black. That is as black as a black hole, really. And it's got it's one of the darkest heads I've seen on the beer in a long time. It's kind of like, almost like dark chocolate, really. Super dark head going on there. It's going to stick around the lace like a beauty as well. You can just see
Yeah,
it.
it's got a souffle colored head.
Yeah, looks good, doesn't it? So, should we give it a nose? That's coffee in there, alright.
You get that cocoa, you get that coffee, you get a little bit of the vegetal quality of the chilies. One of the things I really like about Jeppe's stouts, Jeppe, who's the brewer, Evil Twin, is that they tend to be more vegetal than most stouts.
Right.
So they have a really clean, really green character to them. so like Even More Jesus is that way, and even Double Barrel Jesus, which is, as the name suggests, a double-barreled version of Even More Jesus, it still has a really green quality, which is really interesting, even though it's really deep and dark and smoky.
I see what you mean. It's not just kind of sweet and a little bit cocoa-y and coffee-like. There is just a little bit of prickle of something new on it. I almost like dandelions or something like that. You do get that smell occasionally, but it's not being around the bush. Cheers! I think that's a gin. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Right on the finish, you get that bright thing, right?
I also get the chilies in it too. There's like slight warmth on the palate, and it can almost taste like smoky chipotle on it too. The main flavours at the beginning, at least on the forefront of the palate, certainly cocoa and certainly coffee, but then there's just so much more complexity to it afterwards. It just starts off that sweet coffee and cocoa and then develops into that chili, and then you get that bright edge to it. And I know what you mean, there's just this like crispness to it at the end. It's not bitter, it's something else, a little bit something else.
Yeah, totally.
It's
like chewing on a leaf.
Yeah,
or like chewing on grass or something. It is a kind of bitterness, but it's not a typical hop bitterness. It's not a typical roasting malt bitterness.
As a brewer, it's making me, what is it? I want to know what that is.
I know.
I wonder if it's dry hopped or something like that at the end to get a bit of something else at the back of it. That's really good.
I think it must be the malt they use. I think it's probably the malt and the I don't know. I don't know. I could find out, but
yeah, I was going to say you need to talk to them and send me an email so I can put it on the video at least so I know what it is, because that's
I don't think they want me divulging all their deep dark secrets.
Yeah, so it's a community of YouTube and all the thousands and millions of followers I have out there, all 150 to 200 of them. But in the future, this is great. It really is. It's a complex little beer. Now I'm kind of drinking a bit more. I feel a bit of the warmth to the stomach. I imagine at 13%, yes, it is quite a strong one. Just a little bit of the alcoholic warmth, but it's not harsh on the palate. It's actually really smooth, despite that. I like this a lot. It's got nice. It raises the bar a bit further because it's not just an imperial stout that's sweet and chocolatey. It's got those extra edges to it.
Yeah, I'm sort of bored with stouts right now, but this is one of the few stouts where it holds my interest because there's more going on than like, oh, it tastes like liquid chocolate, coffee, and cigarettes. Cool. Right?
Yeah, no, right, and this is certainly different. There's certainly more to it, and that's what makes it good. I'm really liking that chili actually. The more I drink it, it kind of builds up over time, and it's just the back of it. It's not spicy, but it's just a little bit of layer to it.
Yeah, actually, the more you drink it, the more you actually physically feel a little bit of spiciness.
A little bit of tingle on the back of the
palate.
palate.
I get it right at the front of my tongue.
I get it right at the back of my palate, but I get it.
Oh.
Different places, but yeah, I'm a chili head, so probably only get it in more sensitive areas anyway. But
yeah, so the chili actually comes from Bomb.
Right, so it's slightly
because Bomb is an imperial stout aged on coffee, cacao nibs, vanilla beans, and chili peppers.
Right.
So in Bomb, it's the chili, depending on when it was made, because every batch of Bomb is a little bit different, on purpose, on accident, kind of both. I think it's more on purpose than on accident. They're definitely all different, and they indicate that by the different colors of the wax.
Okay, right.
So this is the 2013 batch, but there's also a white batch and I think a pale blue batch. And
right, from different years and stuff, so I can tell. Okay, cool.
And a silver batch, but the chili's more pronounced.
Because it's obviously been slightly, you're getting half as much chili as you would do. But it's still complex and it's still in there, and that's a good. I can only imagine that must be. Well, you must have a bit of a slight punch to it, obviously, the name Bomb. In terms of rating, would you like to give it a rating out of 10? Would you dare? It's a Friends Brewery. 10. 10 for you.
9.5.
Yeah, I never do 10, so it's a 9.5 for me. This is just a sublime stout. It's one of those ones that it's up there in the stratosphere in terms of flavour. Punch as well above its way.
I mean, it's a fantastic beer, but it's also gotten its fair share of recognition. That's another one of the good things about about it. It's Prairie is a really out of the way brewery, but and they're only about 2.5 years old, I think.
And they came out of nowhere. They came up to the scene out of nowhere because I didn't.
It's called Oklahoma.
Yeah, sorry, I came to the scene from Oklahoma, but in terms of England, they just suddenly turned up and they really hit it off, and everyone started raving about them, huge style. So there's been clamouring in England to get Prairie Bomb.
Well, they started working with Shelton Brothers distributors in the beginning of last December. So I think that's the out of nowhere situation. Same situation with New York. Their real premiere was actually this beer. Their New York premiere was this beer, and they did a release at Tourist. Chase and this other guy Heath, who's a brewer there, who's starting his own brewery called the Willows Family Ales, which is sours focused, and is
my dream.
I'm so excited to try his beers. The two of them came up here for the release, and that's actually how I met the Prairie Brewers and Yeppe.
And that's how you got friends with them. And they said, I'm from the same town, and that's how you got this entire collection of wonderful stuff. Although some trade, isn't it? But, yeah.
Literally, it is. That, and on top of that, I think this beer might have actually got me my job.
Hey, you name dropped that and you got a job as a Cicerone.
I mean, it was a straight situation. But I honestly think that this beer got me my job.
Well, there we go. We'll leave it on that, I suppose. This beer got this lady a job. That's how good this beer is.
It's a great beer.
9.5. If you tried it, I highly doubt it because I don't think you get it in England. But please like, favorite, comment, subscribe. All the usual jazz, especially if you tried the Prairie Bomb. Be interested to see what people say about that. Until the next beer review, cheers!